Hi, everybody. It is Thursday, September 4th. This year is just disappearing pretty quick here. I've been laying low the past couple of days, just trying to take care of so many things that piled up while I was gone on the road and just getting ready to hit it again. So I thought I'd jump back in the saddle, as they say. The tour in Scandinavia with Lyle went great. Shows all went great. The audiences were great. And we had a really wonderful time. Met a lot of really cool people and met some clubhouse people from over there, which was really thrilling. The hard part was when we left. We were in Denmark, and we had like an hour and a half or 2 hour drive to an airport to fly to Amsterdam to make our connection back to Heathrow, London, and then fly home. It was just nuts. The Amsterdam flight was delayed taking off, and then we finally got to London Heathrow to make our connection. And needless to say, we landed. There were no gate available for the plane. Everything was backed up, and so we sat there on the tarmac. I don't know, like hour and a half, something like that, as our connection left. So we got off the plane, had to then scramble with British Air to make arrangements to find us another flight. And they finally did about 4 hours later, but it was on, instead of BA, it was on American, which was in Terminal 3, and we were in Terminal 5, so we had to scramble, get over there, and then finally took off, so got home. Supposed to get home like at, excuse me, we're supposed to get home about 5:30 in the evening that day. Ended up getting home about 11:30 or something at night. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's remarkable now traveling. If things go smoothly, you're in shock, because it seems like at this point, every time we're on a flight, something is going to screw up on them. My biggest relief was when I got to LAX and I went to oversized baggage. I just drank something before this and it went down wrong, a little irritated. And my base was there. That's always the relief. I'm not concerned about suitcases or anything like that. I mean, I don't want it to get lost, but it's the instruments that I'm concerned with. And so got everything done. Then I had a car pick me up and a car service, and got to downtown LA. I mean, this is late at night. And I am now back in LA because a car went screaming by with 4 police cars chasing it. So there was a police chase going on, and you just go, welcome home. This is just nuts. So got home and just been going around the clock, just taking care of things. I think next weekend, maybe Friday or so, we fly up to San Francisco to play with the symphony, which I'm really looking forward to. Those gigs are really always a great time. It's really fun. And then get home from that and then head to Italy for a one-off in Florence, Italy, and then come home and a few days later start our like a month-long southern tour, everywhere from Texas through Florida and Georgia and Carolinas and everything. So it's been busy, and then there's a bunch of stuff unrelated to Lyle happening through the end of the year. And then I think we are going to be on a cruise in January. I think somebody just wrote to me, and I think it was supposed to be Raul Malo and the Mavericks were supposed to be doing it, and something came up and they can't do it. So I think Lyle's taking over for them. So I think that's what's happening. Somebody wrote, and it is hot and muggy, and I've been doing yard work around the clock. So sorry about this. It's weird. Sometimes you swallow something and it just tickles the nerves like that. And I'll try to talk myself into it. Count to 1,000 here. 1, 2. No, I won't do that. So everything's kind of chugging along. So I thought I would throw some music out there, and I've been digging around, and I found another album that I had done in 2001 with the great Curtis Chapman. I've done a number of records with Stephen, and he's a remarkable artist. This album was called Declaration, and it says this is the 10th studio album by American, contemporary Christian music singer and songwriter Curtis Chapman. It was released on September 13th, 2001 by Sparrow Records and has been certified gold. The musicians on this are drums are Will Denton, guitar Randy Pierce, guitar Curtis Chapman, acoustic guitar Curtis Chapman, Chris Mosier on Hammond organ, keyboards and programming, marimba Curtis Chapman, Eric Darkin on percussion, Curtis Chapman on percussion, and Curtis Chapman is the lead singer on everything. And then there's some credits here for the choir. It's an extensive choir on this. Is Anna Flout, Ashley Anderson, Ashley Melling, Brandon Harris, Caroline Bishop, Courtney Keene, Daniel Green, Emily Chapman, Gabe Pig, Grace Monger, Hans Nelson, J.J. Green, Jason Young, Jennifer Clanton. Let's see, Landon Pig, Lynn Young, Margaret Patton, Nathan Barber, Nikki Chapman, Peter Farrell, Rebecca Shores, Robert Stowers, Sarah Dickerson, Steph Dragoo, Wesley Clanton. And then the strings on this are the London Session Orchestra. It was produced by Brown Bannister, who did almost all of the contemporary Christian projects that I did in Nashville. Brown was usually the producer. Concertmaster was Gavin Wright. Engineered and mixed by Steve Beischer. The orchestra was recorded by Jeff Foster. You can always kind of tell when it's the British one because Jeff is spelled Geoff. We recorded this at Sound Kitchen, Nashville, and then it was mixed at 17 Grand Recording. And that's about it. So I'm going to play you some of this, though. I haven't heard it since we did it, and I just found this, and I'm digging it up now. Here's a song called No Greater Love, and any extra musicians on this one? It's just myself on bass on this one, and Michael Mellett on background vocal. So here we are, No Greater Love, and Curtis Chapman, and the album is titled Declaration. Downbeat, please, downbeat.
Your message of peace. What is that look in your eye? Why have you come to this faraway place? What is this story you would lay down your life to tell? What kind of love can this be? There is no greater than there is no greater gift that can never be given, to be willing to die so another might live. There is no greater love than this. All you have lost, how can you sing through your tears? What is this music that can bear such a cause? What is this fire that grows stronger against the wind? What kind of flame can this be?
I'd have to ask him about the chanting at the end. I'm curious about that. Let me see what we got here. Okay, this one is called Live Out Loud. And this is background vocal, and this is Scott Sheriff, and again, myself on bass. I shared bass duties on this album with Joey Kennedy, and we each did like half the album. And so I'm going to go ahead and play this one for you. This is called Live Out Loud, Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Imagine this, I get a phone call from Regis. It says, do you want to be a millionaire? They put me on the show and I win with 2 lifelines to spare. And picture this, I act like nothing ever happened and bury all the money in a coffee can. Well, I've been given more than Regis ever gave away. I was a dead man who was called to come out of my grave. And I think it's time for making some noise. Awake the neighbors, get the word out. Come on, crank up the music, climb a mountain and shout. This is life we've been given, made to be lived out. So la 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 la, live out loud. Live out loud, yeah. Think about this, try to keep a bird from singing after it soared up in the sky. Kept the sun a cloudless day and tell it not to shine. Think about this, if we really have been given the gift of a life that will never end. And if we have been filled with living hope, we're gonna overflow. And if God's love is burning in our hearts, we're gonna glow. There's just no way to keep it in. Wake the neighbors, get the word out. Come on, crank up the music, climb a mountain and shout. This is life we've been given, made to be lived out. So la 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 la, live out loud.
cool. Stephen's always, man, it was always great working with him. He just had some really great songs, and it was always fun. Let me see, we got one. I'll do one more here. This one's called Declaration of Dependence. Let's see if there's, it's myself on bass. The background vocals are Chris Mosier and Scott Sheriff on this one. So here we go. The album is Declaration, and this is called Declaration of Dependence, is this track. So here we go, one more. Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Just the other day I overheard a flower talking to the sky. He said, you know that I would be nothing without you. Oh, oh. He said, you give me rain, you give the sun a place to shine. You're everything that my whole existence comes down to. Oh, oh. And then the flower started singing a song. Before I knew it, I was singing along. And we sang, this is my declaration of dependence. This is my declaration of my faith. This is my declaration of dependence. Oh, the one who gave his life to me. Yeah. Now let me say that I'm the kind of guy who wants to do it all myself. Don't wanna ask for help. Don't like to stop for directions. Oh, oh. But in reality, I'm nothing on my own. It's by God's grace alone that I can make this confession. Whoa, whoa. All that I am and all I'm hoping to be is all and only what He's given to me. So I say, this is my declaration of dependence. This is my declaration of my faith. This is my declaration of dependence. Oh, the one who gave His life to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know this is how my life was meant to be. I was made for this dependency on the one who has created me. So I'll sing my declaration song for the one I am depending on. And I hope you'll sing along. This is my declaration of dependence. This is my declaration of my need. This is my declaration of dependence on the one who gave this life to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is my declaration of dependence. This is my declaration of my faith. This is my declaration of dependence. Oh, gave His life to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is my declaration. My declaration, yeah. Of dependence. My declaration of dependence on Jesus. Yeah. Of dependence. This is my declaration. My declaration. Of dependence. My declaration of my name.
Yeah, it's fun. His stuff's always great, really fun. Couple of things. I had talked a bunch about probably having to get a burner phone before I went over to on the Scandinavian thing, because I've been hearing reports about that customs might go through your computer and your phone to see if you're worthy of coming back into the country. I mean, it's really gotten pretty weird. And I just kind of, at the last minute, I just went, I'm not going to succumb to this insanity. and run out and get it. So I said the hell with it, and I went ahead and continued posting everything I do. And while we were over there, and I got back, and it was probably the fastest I've ever gone through customs. They got into the line. They pointed me to a guy standing there, and they're doing all this visual scan now. So I looked into the camera, and he goes, "Welcome home." Done. I was out of there. So I was really glad I didn't fall prey to the kind of things, craziness that's going on. And it was good to get back. And the other thing was, I was really sad today when I opened up Facebook. Really early this morning, and I saw that Giorgio Armani had passed away. And he was in his 90s. He's had an amazing life. But I remember he was at one of our gigs with Phil. I can't remember if it was on the 90 tour or the 2004 tour. But he was backstage, and he came out of Phil's dressing room, and I came out of our dressing room down the hall, and he saw me, and he comes running up, and he goes, oh, hugging me, and I got a great picture of us together, and we hung out and talked for a while, and it was really cool, and it was sad to see that he had passed away. So my heart's with his family and especially the community of the design community. He was really one of the best in clothing design and all of that. So Giorgio, thank you for a little time we did get together. I posted on Facebook a really great picture that we took together. And he's got this black t-shirt that if you look real close, it's see-through. It was pretty far out. So I'm going to wish everybody, I'll be back tomorrow. And it's going to be a nuts weekend. Oasis is playing at the Rose Bowl, so it's going to be crazy. They're expecting, 60 or 80,000 people a day for these shows. So that's going to be pretty intense. Hopefully it's going to cool off by then, so that people will at least be more comfortable, because it's been pretty toasty. I'm going to get going. I will see you tomorrow, and just wishing everybody all the very best. Oops, that at least my knock on my cough stopped. Okay, I will talk to you later then. Okay, bye.